What's up? How's everyone doing? I feel like I haven't live streamed in 3,000 years. I do be doing different streams on Twitch, but that's whenever I feel like it, if I'm just being honest. Am I still low? I don't want it to still be low before we start. There's some people in here that need to come out the closet. Oh, that's great. Still not living your true life? Be you. Anyone think I'm good? Well, thank you. Appreciate you guys. The mic sound good? Dope. All right, let's get to it. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Yeah, I get a lot of hate watchers. Personally, I don't give a damn. If I'm just being honest. But I do think it's quite funny how many people will watch you that don't like you. You know what I mean? It's like you got nothing better to do with your life. It's proof to me that you're a loser. But I ain't mad at you. No, watch what you want to watch. Entertainment is entertainment, right? I had to realize a long time ago, especially on YouTube and the internet, this shit is like a football game to people. It's like pro wrestling. If they label you a villain or someone that they just don't like, it becomes fun to them for them to dislike you, right? And do certain actions and maybe even pretty much harassment, right? Things that are blatantly harassment and criminal, which I think a lot of people don't realize. I watched this movie recently. I got the name of it. It was something about some like girl and guy in high school that was getting harassed, right? It was like a documentary style. I think it was on Netflix. And they were getting harassed online and people was texting them, saying all types of nasty, disgusting things, right? Just a whole bunch of sickness. What the hell is the name of that damn Netflix joint? It just came out. I seen a lot of people talking about it. I was like, let me watch this. I don't usually see true crime that's good anymore these days. What was this Netflix joint? Doc, let me see if it pops up. Damn, nope. I cannot remember the name of it. You know how I'll find out the name of it? I'll just put new true crime and see if it pops up. Cause I see mad people talking about this shit on social media. Because the ending, I don't want to spoil you it, but it's insane. Like, I watched that whole thing, like, cause apparently it said that they was gonna reveal who was the person that did all the harassing at the end. And when they do, that shit is crazy. I couldn't fathom that. Like, that jank blew my mind. Blew my mind, bro. I want to remember it just in case some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Y'all probably just know about the case in general. Damn, Netflix keep trying to promote this orphan black joint to me. No, mute that. Trying to get me a copyright. They're gonna keep promoting this damn orphan black, which I do want to watch eventually. Unknown Number. Yeah, because they just dropped two true crime joints recently. The name of it's called Unknown Number. Yep. Yo, that shit was disgusting. Disgusting. The high school one, yeah, sorry. So some of y'all know what I'm talking about. With the dudes like a couple pretty much. Boyfriend, girlfriend that were in high school that were being harassed like crazy. They started to think that it was the little girl that was being harassed. That's how bad it got. It was like, oh, maybe she's doing it for attention. And they could, no, why would you? Right? And let me not even say, why would you? There are crazy people out there, especially when the ending gets revealed. Yeah, the catfish doc. Yo, I'm not going to spoil you that. Man, that shit was insane. Because the whole time watching, like, yo, this got to be crazy. By the time this ends, it gets to the end and they reveal what's going on. Yo, that shit was like some M. Night Shyamalan shit right there. I was like, I couldn't fathom it. But my whole point of even bringing that up is during the documentary, they're describing some of the harassment that this person is dealing with. And I'm looking at him like, I'm waiting to see the harassment. I'm waiting to see the. Oh wait, no, all of this is the. I'm so used to dealing with all of those nasty, disgusting things that this person was dealing with that I thought that was normal. I was like, everybody don't get death threats. I thought that was a normal thing. I get death threats every day. I didn't think that no one else gets those. Oh, wait, that's a charge? Obsessively contacting someone via private message in any way, shape, or form, obsessively saying nasty things, disgusting things, lying, defamation. Those are charges full blown. On top of just normal defamation, right? You could be sued for. You can also be sued for cyber stalking and harassment. Doxing my name 1,000 times just for the fun of it. At this point, that shit don't bother me in any way, right? It's fucked up, but it happened so many times. People done ran up on me after me being doxed, which is the purpose for a lot of people doing doxing, is to try to get the person harassed. Part of the game, right? That's what I say. That's like, I say that shit so much, people keep asking me what that even mean. Why you keep saying part of the game, nigga? That's something I've been saying since a kid, which pretty much is what it is. Nigga, if it's normal, if it's happening frequently, you just gotta deal with it. Don't complain, just keep on pushing. After I watched that documentary, I was like, holy shit. So you mean something I could go to a certain page? I'm not gonna say I could file a report for cyber stalking and a lot of these losers would get in trouble. Oh, say it ain't so. Hey, it ain't so. There's nothing I love more than fried chicken. It's revenge. Boy, do I love revenge, nigga. Love it. I like when people get their just due. But that ain't made me realize a lot of stuff. Jokes aside, watching that documentary made me realize, like, damn, there's some sick ass people just everywhere all over the internet. And I always knew that there were sick people on the internet, but the way that they've submerged a lot of these subgroups and content creators and YouTubers, right, that will actually tell them to go do their bidding, to go harass somebody that they don't like, that can all be tied back to the YouTuber and they could catch a charge for that shit. Gang stalking, all of that, that's a real thing. Let me think about that. Crazy, ain't it? Word. Right? And I thought that shit I dealt with it so much, still to this day, on a regular basis, doxing, harassment, stalking, all of that shit. So I just thought that was just normal. I love fried chicken. Yeah, fried chicken is my dish. That's definitely ill will for sure. Yeah. People want you to do something bad to yourself, right? They want something bad to happen. I always use the example of a content creator, and I made a documentary about this. I might redo that shit. But there was a creator by the name of what was his name? Drawing a blank. I was smoking. What was his name? There's a content creator. I could probably find him. That people were obsessed with this nigga, and all he did was put on costumes and do funny videos, right? I don't even think he talked. His whole thing was just I cosplay, right? I do these characters from my favorite video game, and that's it. And his numbers were going crazy. He started getting attention, and people just started lying on this nigga. Like this nasty group decided to spread this disgusting lie about him, saying that he was pretty much R. Kelly or like the same things that they was claiming Michael Jackson was out here doing. And it was just blatantly false. He couldn't handle it, right? That shit was very stressful, the death threats and pretty much people destroying your livelihood and name just for kicks. So he pretty much took away, I'm trying to say it in a way that YouTube won't get me in trouble. He ended the rest of his existence. He took a rope, he hung it from the ceiling, and then on camera, live on his TikTok, that all he just wanted to do was share his joy for his hobbies, video games and comics and animes and things like that. He's gone now. What happens? They find out that these people lied on this motherfucker. Just because. Did they take any accountability? No. Oh, I just wanted to share, some information that I heard. I didn't, just know if it was true in any way, shape, or form, but I just wanted to share it and go on mass campaigns and create over hundreds of TikToks spreading this information that could have affected this guy. These nasty motherfuckers did that shit on purpose. He was in the same field as them. They were doing the same type of content where they dress in costumes. They weren't getting any attention. So these motherfuckers did this to hurt him, whether it was mentally or to get him to physically be harmed. They did that shit on purpose, right? This has been going on forever. My bad. Let me say this. What's the TikToker's name? I want to make sure I give him proper respect. Inquisitor. His name's Inquisitor. Rest in peace. So fucked up. That was one of the most horrifying videos. You see his father like break down the glass to try to get in to save him. It was way too late. Yeah, this YouTuber right here. They did him dirty. Well, not YouTuber, TikToker. He could have been a YouTuber, but they ruined him. My bad. Let me put the picture up for you guys to see. They really destroyed this man's life, bro. Just for fun. On purpose. On purpose. Just to get him to be harmed. That shit was one of the most fucked up stories I ever heard. And mind you, that happens all the time. When I was younger, there was a movie I think called Chat Room. That was the exact plot. And this is before like TikTok, before Instagram, before all these things, I believe. I think. Let me double check. Make sure I always reference movies and TV shows, but I want to make sure I'm not just making up some. Yes, because this had mad famous actors in it before they became famous. Chat Room. When did it come out? 2010. I think Twitter existed for sure. Not sure if Instagram now it wasn't as big as it is now. But yeah, Chat Room. That's the plot of this movie is more or less them doing harmful things to people on the internet in order to convince them to harm themselves. Yeah, this movie. I ain't seen this shit in years, but I remember watching that and I think it came out before that actually. Maybe it just officially came out on video around that time. I could have swore I saw that shit before that. But anyway, knowing that there's people like that on the internet, I just always assume that was just normal. Like that's just how it is. But nah, that shit is criminal. It's what that shit is. Super disgusting. Reading you guys' chats. For the people that's like, man, just hurry up and get into the Upchurch and Adam shit. Kiss my ass. I do whatever I want. You haven't noticed that yet? Yes, I refer to them as flying monkeys, the people that do the bidding. That's exactly what they are. Doxing is crazy. It is. It's foul. And I'm someone who's had to deal with the effects of being doxed, right? People have literally found where I was at and ran up on me trying to fight. It went bad for them, but still, what if it was worse? What if they had weapons? What if I did? Right? That's disgusting. All for what? To get off some weird wrestling fantasy you got? Like, you want to go against the heel wrestler? You want to beat me up? Ah, oh no. Nobody's scared of your punk ass. Nobody's scared of that. It's just grimy, right? It's super grimy. But watching that film made me realize, like, damn, that shit happens till this day in the grimiest way, and it's definitely illegal. I don't think people that do that shit give a fuck about that kind of stuff, though. Them motherfuckers is getting off their hate fantasies, nigga. Something's going bad in their life, or they're not happy with themselves, or whatever fake ass trauma they made up. Something's going on, and their outlet for releasing that stress, they don't go to the boxing gym. Nah. Workout? Nope. Niggas be disgusting. Alright. Enough of talking about that damn documentary. I just thought that was really interesting.